Alright, I kind of took one of my old bags, the old Cabela's fishing bag, put all my electrical in it because it's starting to be quite a few pieces. Yeah, let me just spill everything. Anyway, I thought this was a better idea. Plus I can put my tie wraps in it. This is a switch I got to put on. And then I need this so that we can see if we got spark or not. And then what else? Oh, I'm going to get out my compression tester because I want to know what the health of this engine is. You know, do we got a cylinder slightly down? That'll let me know if we got a slight carb issue somewhere or something going on electrical, but we'll figure it out. All right, in the interest of time and saving the battery, I got my remote switch hooked up, and then I've got my spark checker, which is kind of currently just laying right here. I might try to get it up where I can look at it a little better, but then I've got a compression tester in this one, so we can do number one. Let's see if we got spark, and then we don't need spark, so we can turn the switch off. So I'll come over here to the remote and turn the switch on. Make sure you're in neutral, so his warning horn isn't working. All right, so now I got the remote start set up, and I can look in here and see if we got spark. Yeah, we got good spark everywhere. All right, now I can come over here, and I should have enough that was compression tested that cylinder, and it looks like we're at 100 psi, and I'm gonna write that one down. And now I don't need spark, so if you look, because I turned the key off, I should have no spark, and that's correct. So we got 100 pounds on that cylinder. That's pretty good. All right, here's number two. I don't know if I can reach. Yeah, that's 100 pounds too. And that's all right. Cylinder 5. Yeah, that side of the engine is healthy. That's 100 psi. All right, let's check this side. That one's, you know, it's a. So what are we at? 90. There's 100, maybe 112. That one's about 100. So the top one's a little better. Just got to be careful. You strip them out easy. That one's more, not quite as good. Let's see it again. It's holding at 95. So maybe we got a read issue or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's a little down. That's 95. We can look at that one carburetor. If I could talk, I might look at the bottom carburetor. I don't know. We're gonna see how it does. So it's down a little bit. So it makes me think maybe it's not getting enough fuel. So may have to do something. I don't know yet, but I know this should run way better. So let me get some plugs gapped to 30,000s QL77 JC4s, and then I might go ahead and start her up. Man, this boat's dirty. It needs a good cleaning. I don't know what you clean this with. It's like a good polish, I think, and then a good coat of something. I got the airbox off. Got the timing light hooked up. What else? Guess we can pump it up. Yeah, still hard from last time. That's good. I think probably really a good thorough carb clean. I mean, there's just stuff that's like, I don't know what that's from. No mud dauber. I mean, you probably can't see this, but pretty sure that's an old mud dauber down there. Anyway, I'm gonna fire this thing up. Yeah, start it up right away. Yeah, I think we're a little hot. And I want to look this timing up again because, yeah, we just didn't have this hooked up. If I can reach out there and get to it. Get rid of that mud dauber. All right, let's try it again. Not sure why I'm doing this, but so he has a, you know, a pressure gauge up there, and this, of course, is clogged like they always are. So I got out my air, you know, and then maybe some little bit of silicone spray or something. You'd think I'd learned my lesson, and every time I do this it never works, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Take some spray first. And I got it disconnected at the helm. And then, let's see if I can't get some, you know, see if this thing will clear the line all over. Yeah, it's... we'll see what happens. I'll go get an extra set of hose and see if I can get it unclogged. Alright, I'm just gonna try to, got some extra hose here. I'll try to backflow this deal. I got the line disconnected down there. Hopefully I can just reach in there. Probably need to move my ladder. Once it gets rid of the restriction, then it should. I hear it back there. Oh yeah, it's blowed out good. I'll set you guys back here so you can see it. This one actually cleared. Sometimes they don't clear. Yeah, sometimes they don't clear. But that one happened to clear, I guess. I want to fire it back up and see if we got water coming out over here. Try to, I don't know, I'm gonna have to keep it out like this, or get a glass of water, or get a jar or something, because you know we don't want it running out onto like this or whatever. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a jar or something, so if it does run out and it runs into a jar, all right, I'm trying to do something like this, see if we get any pressure. I just saw the line was okay. I bet our T is clogged. I hear it. Oh, yeah, it's just not making it all the way down. Oh well. Alright. I went to do a little research. And I think I might be wrong about this timing. I think by 87 they had advanced their, they had a little bigger pistons and they advanced their timing a little bit. I don't have a manual. I was looking for a manual. I'm surprised I don't have a manual. Or if I do, I can't find it. Because I just got a new laptop, so I don't know where I... Anyway. We got timing marks on this right now. And I'm going to wipe that, the ones that I got... So we know it's 30 because of the timing box, the cover. I'm so used to 0 to 4 degrees. I mean, that's what it is. I think this one's 5, between 5 and 7. So I'm gonna mark it. I'm gonna remark it, and you know, we're gonna. Well, I loosened up the link and sync, if you will, to the carbs. So let's see what happens. I know our wide open timing is 30. I don't have to worry about that. It's my initial timing I'm worried about. So I think on this engine, it's between 5 and 7 degrees. And we'll see if it gets real advanced. If it does, or if there's a little pinging, we'll bring it back. But I don't think so. And this, whenever I dialed it back to 0, it almost seemed like it didn't like it. That's why I went and looked this up, because it wasn't making sense. So I got a little carb spray. I'm going to wipe off. Oh, I forgot my... Oh, no, I got it. I'm going to wipe off my timing marks. don't know. I think I might go for 4. So I should have just wiped off the one, but... And this stuff is hard to do, I'm telling you, with one hand. So unfortunately it's way back there. I should have probably bumped it. This is alright. And I'm right-handed, so we're going to try this. So I had one at 4, and this is 6. So really, if it's 5, we're going to go right here and see what we get. Now I'm going to have to dial this screw right here in, because right now it's not, you know, it's not right. So I know that's probably about 3 degrees, 4 degrees, I don't know. See where we're at. Hopefully we're not just like really advanced. Yeah, that's fine. So our pump is doing right. That's dead on. Now, it can come back a hair. Dead on. Maybe still a hair. Maybe more. See it pick up? It liked it. So just a hair more. That's nice. That. Fortunately, we still don't have anything out here. Yeah, there should be water coming out of it. So, yeah, it just seems so hot, but maybe out in the water fully submerged, it don't seem that hot. Yeah, it's too bad we can't get anything going through these lines. Every time I do that, I never do. And so, like, what do? You got to run a whole new line all the way back. So even though the motor liked it, it's really hot. So I'm suspecting we got some carburetors that kind of gummed up, and it's a little lean. It's causing the RPMs to go up. We need to come, like, the RPMs need to come down about 800 RPMs. I mean, it runs good, but it doesn't, you know what I mean? It's like really hot. So let me revisit this here in a second. Alright, I got this Johnson Evinrude engine tuner, and I've already dropped it down to like 1,000 RPMs. We still got a little ways to go, I believe. Let's see what it does. dropped it. Dropped the RPM, seems like a little bit anyway. Maybe not enough. Probably still needs a, you can see that smoke coming off of it. That little bit of water is just when I was messing with that earlier. That's fine. I don't know, in the water, it might drop another, I don't know. I almost need to check it on the water. And then reset my carbs, so my neighbor's like, turn that thing off. Turn it off, please. Alright, I gotta set this somewhere where I can get to it so I can put this stuff up. It's not cheap, you know. Yeah, I almost think we gotta put it on the water now. And then I gotta check that wide open. So I'm gonna close this up. So maybe we don't do a carb job after all. See, we're right about 1,000. Whoa! What happened? Oh, did I turn it off? Yeah. What's going on? Interesting. Okay. Huh, was running great. Alright. Well, it's the next day. I don't know what day this is. What am I talking about? But we're working on this Liberty still. This McKee craft. Yeah, I sprayed it down with some silicone spray, but like I said, we need to probably drill that out. That needs to be like, anyway. I don't want to touch it because I'm afraid I'll break it. So what has happened is that got it running really good, and then this ignition switch down here went totally bad. It's gone. And unfortunately, well, I put another key switch here. All right, we got a key switch here. Works great, by the way. I got it. I got to figure out, yeah, the warning horn is not working. I think that's back here on the engine. And then right now, the way I have it, because this is a mod, guys. This is modifying this big piece of crap that he bought off of Amazon. This thing. Right, these are, I mean, they're kind of junk. This key switch, these all go out, even the Johnson Evinrude ones. These ones that have the, you know, the kill switch on it. If you got one that's lasted, well, good for you. I'm glad. So right now, the way I got this wired, this works, and you can hear it. But if we put it in gear, then it's like our neutral safety switch is disconnected. And so for me personally, that's not good. Like, if it was mine and I knew it, maybe you won't get knocked out of this boat. It's got a nice deep walkway, but you know, we're going to do the right thing and we're going to try to fix it so that the neutral safety switch does work. And how are we going to do that? Well, this thing, I cut the wire, but we still got a little bit. I know you can't see this because I'm not pointing the camera in the right direction. I know we have this much. The problem is, inside here, it's still connected to the switch. So what I'm gonna have to do is take this off, take it apart, disconnect it from the switch, and then I could do another thing, like I could just use one of these other wires or whatever, or I could make it whatever. But I need it to go from the harness down the line, and then it comes back to the key switch, if that makes sense. Because what's doing, or will do, is go, let me think about this, you know, key switch into here, out of here, into the harness. Because this interrupts the voltage. That's all it will do. It's like a switch. We're going to put the switch right here. So we need to come out of the key switch, through here, out of here, back into the harness. And then I should have fixed that. And then, you know, I noticed this morning that bulb down there is just, like, it's flat. Like it's like hydrolocked or airlocked. I don't know. But, so I may have to, you know, put a bulb on it, I think. Because that ain't supposed to, you know, it ain't supposed to be. So, oh, by the way, you know, here's another thing. Like on these switches, man, Sierra makes a good switch. And it's got everything in it. I mean, it's got this, it's got the backing plate, it's got the screws. Of course, it's got the key. But then, like, if you buy a Johnson Evinrude, and I got one in here hanging, and I guess they figure, well, you know, you're just going to take the screws off the old one and put it on the new one. Well, what if you got a bad screw? I mean, I don't understand it. It makes no sense, and they're not cheap. So I got it in here hanging on the wall. Then one day, whenever I got one where it's the screws, you know, it's like, it'd be fine. But still, like, here it is. This one's 508180. And then the switch that I'm going to order some more of these because I like them. Where's it at? I had the box laying somewhere. I don't know what I've done with it. Oh, right here. This is Sierra. This is MP 39760. Yeah, MP, which is Sierra Marion 3. Well, I can't talk. 39760. So that's a good switch if you got a Johnson Evinrude. Just gotta know how this is hooked up, because here's the thing, you wouldn't want to start it, say you had it at wide open throttle, and like this engine, I mean, it's pretty right on now, and so like you would just go, whoa, well, what if he was in the marina, or what if he was sitting near rocks? I mean, you could just really do some damage, or somebody wasn't standing up, somehow still got knocked out of this big beautiful boat that needs to be cleaned up. So I don't know, you know, I'm gonna get that fixed, and then I'll be back. I got that, and I got to figure out that sending unit, and believe it or not, I think we got a little bit of pressure on that gauge. So maybe we need to clean the back side of that too, and make sure that's cleaned out in the back of the gauge, if you know what I mean. So maybe some of that water's getting, you know, it's getting loosened up, and we can maybe keep blowing on it and it'll eventually come back to life. I don't know. But I'm going to fix that. And then the sending unit is underneath that helm there. So there's a wooden panel that you have to access, and then you got to take that out of the way. And then I believe that sending unit for that side of the tank is over there. And this should have two tanks. So one's on one side, one's on the other. I don't know how the hose is routed, because it's kind of, I looked in one of the, you know, the hatches, but I couldn't, I knew it was aluminum tank, you know. And the gauge, now the light's coming on, but on that side, you know, driver's side, can't read the gauge, so probably order them a sending unit, but I gotta get it off in order to see what sending unit to buy. Well, we're back on the McKee project this morning. So I don't know where I left you guys off at, but we wired in a new switch, and those fellas, those Amazon control boxes are junk. Don't waste your money or your time. Buy a proper freaking OEM box, whether it's Johnson Evinrude, whether it's, I mean, you name it. It's cheaper, yeah, it's cheaper, but you're gonna pay in the long run. You might get lucky and get one that lasts a while because you baby it or something, and that's fine for you. Great, each to its own. But this is like, I'm just from my experience, this is like one, well, this box is bad. Well, he brought me a box that was the wrong box. He brought me, and it didn't really work. And it was like the switch was bad. The switch was bad out of the gate. And then but anyway, he got this one because I got him the right OEM number. I gave him like the choice between the two. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just saying, you're gonna get an OEM box, you know, or I just don't want to do the job. But anyway, what I did was I went ahead and moved him a switch and put it over on the helm, and I thought I had a kill switch, which is not a big deal. I just got to get some. Maybe I'm gonna get 2 or 3 in stock, that way I just have them, because it's a good thing to have. And same thing with horns. Make sure your alarm, that's what I'm working on right now, try to figure out his horn, his alarm. It's an old 87, sure, but like if it goes overheat, then immediately he can shut the thing off. He'll hear the alarm. The VRO is deleted, so you know, they don't even have it attached. And I fixed that. Like, I had put on a crazy kind of thing down here for the fuel, you know, because they did this wrong. They didn't put this in the right angle, and then they kind of deleted on the pulse limiter at the bottom. With these, you really don't need a pulse limiter, but they should have had it more like this angle, and then like and kept the original lines, and it all lined up. Anyway, I made it work, so that's all fine now. It's not, I'm gonna have to change out the bulb. The line's probably okay, but the bulb is going flat, so like, you know, something's pulling it flat. This, I believe, right here is our alarm. And I continuity checked, and it goes all the way up to this line. And I checked inside here. So this has all got continuity. Now what I gotta do is, I can do 2 things. Like, I can get a line, and then I can undo all that stuff and see if we got, like, you know, continuity from up there to up here. But the easy, fast way to do it is I'm gonna hook on, I'm gonna take a jumper cable, and then I'm gonna jumper to the block, and that's ground, because this is what happens when it goes. It's just ground. So on that horn, there's just positive and ground. So, you know, it has positive right now. So these sensors, even though this is an 87, this is kind of how they all work, is that when this goes to ground, right, when that sensor goes to ground, we got an overheat. And then it's going to send ground up to the horn, and then the horn is going to, you know, you'll hear the horn. So what we need to do is see if it's working. And then if it is, then we got to figure out somehow, like, if the signal is all the way to here, then we just got to make sure that, you know, all of this is hooked up correctly, because, you know, right now we don't have a horn, but we don't have an initial beep either. And That I'm not sure about. So I thought we should have an initial beep, but maybe because it's an older engine, I'm gonna have to study on that. But just want to make sure that alarm's working. You can still, now you can see out. They make a fitting for this, and I didn't have one, and might still get the fitting, but this is another piece of hose going into another piece of hose. Then we got this line down here that's going into here, and it stays pretty good. And you know, this is fine, you know, for now. And then I thought I'm looking for, I know I've got 2 or 3 of them somewhere, and I have lost track of them. But we got all 6 new coils, and it seems to be firing good. I don't think that we need to replace the, you know, the spark plug wires. It seems to be really good. All right, I got the key on. This is a down and dirty way to see if this is working. Yep. So that is working. The question is it making it from here up there? Is it still tied into the loom somehow? So this one's a little harder because now we have to do like something where we pull this back some. I'm gonna have to loosen. Yeah, that's what I'll have to do. I'm gonna have to loosen this a little bit because I got the wire it should have went in through here, and then you could take it loose. You see what I'm saying? So what you got to do is you got to peel this back, and I'll get some silicone spray. It'll help maybe get down in there. And I just exposed it a little bit. I know it's got continuity, so I'm still like, well, okay, why are you doing this? Hear it? So yeah, our sensors are working. Now why we don't have you know, initial beep when the key's on, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at the wiring diagrams and see how that works, but maybe this model doesn't have it. I don't know. Thanks for watching all the way through. You're part of our awesome community. Love this video? Hit subscribe for more adventures. The best way to support us is at hawkeyemarine.net. Shop outboard powerheads, lower units, and top quality boat parts. It fuels our content and keeps you on the water. Visit today. We'll see you next time.